Morning guys! Oh, here we are. Morning Insta crew, morning Facebook. How are you? So it is the Daily Hoop and Chat with me, Emma. It is Monday morning and I hope you are raring to go. So what is it? I'm just trying to think. It's pancake day tomorrow. Are you a pancake lover? I love a pancake. Right, I'm going to get my hoop on. Lots of you have been asking me about what hoop I use. I use a Power Hoop Deluxe from powerhoop.com. I don't get anything for selling these. I know some of you probably think I do. I don't. I just really like the hoop. And if anyone wants to know, I don't put the weights in. You can add weights in here, little metal weights. I haven't got any weights in mine. Excuse me, a bit frog in my throat. So anyway, let's get this hoop going. I'm going to place my hoop onto my lower back. I'm holding the hoop exactly halfway around, you see? Yeah? It's in contact with my back. I'm going to put my left leg forward this morning. I've woken up my core muscles by zipping them up. I'm going to turn my hoop to the right, launch it and push. There we go. I am hooping, so I hope you are ready. So it's never miss a Monday. You'll normally find me here around about this time most days, Monday to Friday. Occasionally the weekend, but not always, it depends. Yeah, and basically I hoop with you, so encourage you to hoop. If you are a newbie to hooping, you only really want to do about 2 minutes each way, because it's like when you're first riding a bike, you need to get broken in. You might be a bit saddle sore or hoop sore. So build up gradually. I tend to get a bit overexcited and talk to you for much longer, so I apologise in advance. But if you're a newbie, try and stick to about 2 minutes each side. And when I say each side, I mean each side. Lots of you message me, go, oh, I can only hoop one way. Totally understandable, we've all got a more dominant side, but if you only hoop one way, you're going to end up bent over like a banana, and that's no good for anybody. So, benefits of hooping, more daily movement. I could be standing here marching, I could be waving my arms around, I could be walking up and down the garden, whatever you want, or you could just be standing here. Very, very good for helping reduce your waist to hip ratio, and most of us know that for our health, we want to have, our waist should be smaller than our hips, basically. So if you tend to go down in one sort of shape, we kind of need to try and work on that for our health, the health benefits. You know, we don't want to put that extra load around our heart, etc, etc. Yeah, so that's why. For me, I also hoop because I like it. Number two, it's much easier for me to stand here talking to you when I'm doing something. Number three, it really helps me massage out my digestive system. I'm a delicate little flower. I mean, I don't look it, but internally I am. It doesn't take much to make me bloat, stuff like that, you know? So when I'm doing this, it's great, it really helps. But a downside to that is you might burp or pass wind while you're hooping, which is fine if you're hooping on your own, but obviously not so good if you're in company or going live. Yeah, so far, luckily, the only thing that's ever happened is I might have burped quietly when I've been hooping. That's about it, so just thought I'd warn you, all right? Hooping when not to do it. Obviously, you do not hoop if you're pregnant. I mean, I think that's probably pretty obvious. And the other time is if you have got a specific back problem, you know, lower back problem, degenerative discs or something, obviously don't hoop. It wouldn't be beneficial to you. But for most people, hooping's fabulous. Right, I'm going to just carry on for about 20 more seconds this side, and then I'll have been going for about 4 minutes, because I'm trying not to chew your ears off. Because I know, like last week, I don't know what came over me. I just went off into one, didn't stop talking. But anyway, so I'm going to try and get this all done in about 8 to 10 minutes max. All right? Right, so now I'm going to catch the hoop and go the other way. If you've got really long nails or false nails, put your legs together and let your hoop drop. I haven't got either, so I'm just going to catch my hoop. I'm going to pull my top back down. If you've watched me before, I've said your tops tend to go up and your leggings tend to come down a bit. So if you're home alone, just tuck your top in your knickers or pants. It saves any flesh being bashed by your hoop. Right, there we go. And again, if you look, my movement's fairly minimal. It's just like a little rock forward and back. You don't have to flap around like a fish out of water. That's, honestly, every time I go live, Princess, stop being mean. So I don't know if you can see on there, but if you look over this corner, you might be able to see some bean bags. There's actually 5 leather bean bags down there, and there's blankets on it, and the chihuahuas are on them. So while I'm with you hooping, the chihuahuas are there. But instead of being on all 5, you tend to find they all want to sit on 1 or 2 on top of each other, and then some of them get the hump, hence that growling. Anyway, right, So here we go, another Monday. Mondays are fabulous, they're not bad, they're fabulous. They are another chance to be fitter, happier, healthier. Maybe I should have done that in a slightly different order. Happier, healthier and fitter, is that better? It's another chance, you know. I think we put ourselves under so much pressure, and we give ourselves all these things that we have to do. We have to achieve that, we have to achieve that, we have to achieve the other. And sometimes you end up doing nothing because you've got so many things to do, you're overwhelmed, you don't know where to start. So, I did a little reel last week about how to work with me. I don't know if any of you saw it, I hope you did. And basically I was saying there's loads of ways. If you want to work with me, or you just want to get fit and you think I might be your girl, there's the free daily challenge. The free daily challenge is great, it's really good, but obviously, you know, for a whole roundedness, you're going to need more than that. But just to encourage you to move more daily challenge, spot on, great. So you can do that. Then there's classes, and you know I've been talking about this. I teach face-to-face classes if you live near me. I also teach online. You could join me live and interactive via Zoom, or wherever you are in the world, you could purchase a class and I could send you a link and you could do it yourself. But the way I'm teaching, it's not sterile. I'm chatting away to you, I'm offering you different versions all the time while moving. So you very much feel like you're with me, even if you're not live, you know, as it is. Then there's personal training, which I do face-to-face. I either come to your home, we go to the park, or I do it online via Zoom. So that's another way. Then another way is I do short courses. Sometimes I do healthy mini workouts, workshops, and then I do courses. So MenoFit. MenoFit is, it's just like the best thing ever for women. Now, obviously, when I do MenoFit, I target it as perimenopausal and menopausal women, because at the end of the day we're all going to be that at some point. Now some of my slightly younger ones are like, God, that's not me, I'm not that at that point in my life, and it can make you feel a bit like that isn't for you. Do you know what? I promise you it is. So my MenoFit, my women's wellness courses, are basically for any woman at all of any age. It's just going to be ultra beneficial if you're like 35 plus. That's all. And I would say for my younger ones, it would be amazing for you anyway, because you could put everything in place so that when you do become perimenopausal or menopausal, hopefully your transition and your journey through into and through that will be a better one than a harsh one. So yeah, so there you go. There's a few ways you can work with me, of course. Yesterday I was going down to the park doing my Walk Fit class, and I was talking to a load of you, and I said, do you want to come and join me? Lots of you commented, which was really nice, thank you. And I gave you a link. I gave you a free link for a little 15-minute class. And then some of you subscribed to my YouTube. So you, for thanks, and those of you that obviously enjoyed the class, I gave you an extra link. And quite often I do stuff like that. Obviously, I'd love to actually see you and work with you interactively. That would be great, whether that's Zoom or face-to-face, but there's always a way. Some of you will watch me and think, oh God, I don't want to work with her. And a lot of you will work with me and think, actually, I like her. I think it's really important that you kind of like your instructor. I know, do you get what I mean? It's like, you know, like personalities, sometimes you just like someone. You don't even know why, you just like them. And other times, oh, hang on a minute. Stop that right now. Sorry, that was Emma's half voice. Stop it. That was Ashton and Princess having a little fight. You know, do you ever do that? You meet someone and you don't know why, but you don't like them, and there's no reason, they've done nothing to you at all, but you just, I don't know. Do you know what I mean? It's human nature, isn't it? It's different personalities. Hopefully, you'd want to train with me because I know my stuff, and I do. You know, I'm 52, I've been in the fitness industry since I was 18 years old. Now that doesn't always mean just because you've been doing something a long time, you're good at it. Some people do the same job for many, many years and stay at exactly the same level. I'm one of those people that constantly wants to be better, provide a better service, because I love what I do. I've done loads and loads of training, ongoing knowledge, education, and obviously experience as well. So I know that sounds stupid, but sometimes when you watch me, you don't necessarily know my backstory. So I'll tell you a couple of bits. I'm going to stop hooping, by the way, because otherwise I'll be hooping myself. So most of you know I'm 52. I started being perimenopausal at age about 34. I had 10 years of perimenopausal hell. And when I say hell, I mean from totally awful night sweats to midsection weight gain to my hair snapping off, my nails breaking, my moods being, I mean, I'm quite an emotional person anyway, but my mood's like absolutely psychotic or crying in the car the next. Honestly, total lunatic. And I can say that because I literally was. Honestly, how I've stayed married through menopause, I don't know. I've got 2 kids. My 2 kids are now grown. I have a 25-year-old daughter and a 22-year-old son. When I had both my children, I put on an excess of 6 stone with both of them. I was teaching the whole way through both pregnancies as well, by the way. So when I had babies, I'm very sturdy. And when I say 6 stone plus, I stopped weighing myself at about 34 weeks because it wasn't doing me any good mentally. So, you know, so I have been a lot bigger through pregnancy. Generally speaking, my weight, I don't find it easy to lose weight, not at all, but I generally don't put on loads. Does that make sense? The most, I've probably been about a stone heavier apart from when I was pregnant. So, but it's not natural to be like, how do I put it? You know, like your family, you look at your genetics and stuff like that. I don't come from like a really, really trim or whatever family. So it's working at it. Do you know what I mean? You know, like some people, some comments I got on a reel was, oh, she hasn't got an ounce of fat on her. Oh, you're just genetically like that. And I'm like, I don't think so, but all right. Yeah, so that's a little bit about me. But the perimenopausal, menopausal hell has changed the way I work. So I do loads and loads of women's wellness now because I just know how bad it can impact you. I had horrific bone pain that I couldn't even pull my bedroom door across my like fairly thick carpet because the bone pain hurt. I started going through insomnia. It was really, really, really bad. Now some of you be watching and like I said, you might just sail through it without an issue. And for you, wonderful. That's really good. That's lovely. But even if you sail through it without those horrible symptoms, you don't really know what's going on in your body. And for all of us, for us women in particular, from about age 35 plus, our lean muscle mass is depleting, it's declining. That's a fact, by the way. It's not just me saying it to make you train with me. So when your lean muscle mass declines, you haven't got as much muscles, your muscles can't work your body properly, your bones aren't pulled properly by the muscles, so your bones can become a lot more weakened or brittle, and you lose your mobility. And you know, like when older people fall over and stuff a lot of that comes because they haven't got as much muscle. Because like, all your core muscles and that, they're muscles, that's a natural corset and can really help you with balance and stuff. So when I'm talking to you, it's not just about how we look. Obviously, I would love to look fit and healthy, 100%, but it isn't just about that. It's about your quality of life as well as your longevity of life. But anyway, look, I've got really heavy and I was trying to do a little light one today. So I'm going to start talking right now. It's Monday. If you haven't started yet, start today. Even if you just do the daily challenge with me, do that. Order yourself a hoop. Maybe take the jump and come and work with me. You can come and work with me for as little as £7. I mean, honestly, you think how easily you can just £7. That's just a one-off. If you commit a bit longer, do you know you can have a whole week of classes online with me for £12? Seriously, that is potentially 7 30-minute classes for just £12. You know, and I get lots of messages, people going, oh, I can't afford to pay for any fitness. And I'm like, right, don't get me wrong. This is why I do the daily challenge and I do the reels so that I'm giving something to everybody. However, the biggest investment you're ever going to make is in your health. Yeah? So you think we go shopping, we just buy things, we don't even give it a second thought. And then suddenly, when it comes to our fitness, we're like, oh yeah, I can't afford that. So it's, I guess it depends what's important to us, really. I do it as well, by the way, with things. I'm like, oh no, I couldn't possibly afford that, and then just go and waste money on something else. So I'm going to start talking now. Instacrew, thank you for watching me. If you managed to get to the end of that, I'm sorry, I just don't stop talking once I get started. If you want to know about my classes, please put in the comments. I will come back and talk to you later. See you later, guys. And then what about you, my lovely little Facebook crew? Fiona. Oh, hello, Fiona. I was wondering when you were going to talk to me. So, Fiona, the pop-up cafe is just basically a way of getting people, to be honest, I do my whole MenoFit thing online. So most of the people who do it with me can't come face to face. I just do that so that the people in my local area, if they want to come and see me and talk to me, they can. But to be honest, Fiona, you could message me anytime you wanted to and talk to me, anytime. So you don't have to just come to the Menafit event at all. In fact, most of the people who've done the course with me haven't even come to the events actually. So never ever a problem. So anyone who's listening thinking, what's she talking about? One of my lovely ladies has just commented. So about once a month, I do a pop-up cafe at the Bloom Bean Cafe in Castle Hill. But Fiona, what I should have told you, sorry, my bad. I'm going to do an online one as well because a couple of ladies from other places in the world have asked me. So sorry, I should have said that, my brain. I'm going to do an online one as well. So I'm going to do an online event too, where we just get together and we chat, a bit like a Q&A. You can talk to me about your perimenopausal, menopausal symptoms, etc. and see if you want to work with me, see if I can help you. So yeah, I forgot to say that. Oh, honestly, got so much buzzing around my head this morning. So yeah, so hopefully that answered that for Fiona anyway, but as well, any of you that are watching me, if you want to ask me anything, just send me a message. That's cool. I'll always talk to you, or you can comment on here and then we can set up a direct message. Yeah, I'm very available. Just come and talk to me. Anyway, have a lovely, lovely, lovely week. Hopefully you'll be checking in with me the other days for the hoop, and I'll see you soon. Bye guys.